When Jesus had finished directing his 12 disciples, he departed from there to teach and preach in their cities. Yeah.
And my burden is light.
Yeah. Now when John heard in the prison the works of Christ, he sent 2 of his disciples and said to him,
Are you he who comes?
or should we look for another? Jesus answered them, Go and tell John the things which you hear and see. The blind receive their sight, the lame walk, the lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised up, and the poor have good news preached to them. Blessed is he who finds no occasion for stumbling in me. As these went their way, Jesus began to say to the multitudes concerning John, What did you go out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken by the wind?
But what did you go out to see?
A man in soft clothing. Behold, those who wear soft clothing are in kings' houses. But why did you go out?
To see a prophet?
Yes, I tell you, and much more than a prophet. For this is he of whom it is written, Behold, I send my messenger
before your face,
who will prepare your way before you.
Come to me, all you who labor
and are
heavily burdened,
and I will give you rest.
Take my yoke upon you
and learn from me, for I am gentle and
humble in heart,
and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy
and my burden is light.
Yeah, most certainly I tell you, among those who are born of women, there has not arisen anyone greater than John the Baptizer. Yet he who is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. From the days of John the Baptizer until now, the kingdom of heaven suffers violence, and the violent take it by force. For all the prophets and the law prophesied until John. If you're willing to receive it, this is Elijah who is to come. He who has ears to hear, let him hear. But to what shall I compare this generation? It is like children sitting in the marketplaces, who call to their companions and say, We played the flute for you, and you didn't dance. We mourned for you, and you didn't lament. For John came neither eating nor drinking, and they say he has a demon. The Son of Man came eating and drinking, and they say, Behold, a gluttonous man and a drunkard, a friend of tax collectors and sinners. But wisdom is justified by her children. Gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy
and my burden is light.
Yeah. Then he began to denounce the cities in which most of his mighty works had been done, because they didn't repent. Woe to you, Chorazin! Woe to you, Bethsaida! For if the mighty works had been done in Tyre and Sidon, which were done in you, they would have repented long ago in sackcloth and ashes. But I tell you, it will be more tolerable for Tyre and Sidon on the day of judgment than for you.
You Capernaum, who are exalted to heaven,
you will go down to Hades. For if the mighty works had been done in Sodom, which were done in you,
it would have remained until today.
But I tell you that it will be more tolerable for the land of Sodom on the day of judgment than for you. At that time Jesus answered, I thank you, Father, Lord of heaven and earth, that you hid these things from the wise and understanding and revealed them to infants.
Yes, Father.
For so it was well-pleasing in your sight. All things have been delivered to me by my Father.
No one knows the Son
except the Father.
Neither does anyone know the Father
except the Son. And he to whom the Son desires to reveal him.
Come to me, all you who labor and are heavily burdened,
and I will give you rest.
Take my yoke upon you
and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest
for your soul.
For my yoke is easy
And my
come to me.
I will give you rest.
My yoke is easy and my burden is light. At that time, Jesus went on the Sabbath day through the grain fields. His disciples were hungry and began to pluck heads of grain and to eat. But the Pharisees, when they saw it, said to him, "Behold, your disciples do what is not lawful to do on the Sabbath." But he said to them, "Haven't you read what David did when he was hungry, and those who were with him? How he entered into God's house and ate the showbread, which was not lawful for him to eat, nor for those who were with him, but only for the priests. Or have you not read in the law that on the Sabbath day the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath and are guiltless? But I tell you that one greater than the temple is here. But if you had known what this means, I desire mercy and not sacrifice, you wouldn't have condemned the guiltless, for the Son of Man is
Lord of the Sabbath.
He departed from there and went into their synagogue, and behold, there was a man with a withered hand. They asked him, "Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath day?" So that they might accuse him.
For the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath.
Lord of the Sabbath.
Behold my servant whom I have chosen.
My beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased.
In his name
The nations will hope.
Lord of the Sabbath.
Yeah, he said to them, "What man is there among you who has one sheep? And if this one falls into a pit on the Sabbath day, won't he grab onto it and lift it out? Of how much more value then is a man than a sheep? Therefore it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath day." Then he told the man, "Stretch out your hand." He stretched it out and it was restored whole, just like the other. But the Pharisees went out and conspired against him, how they might destroy him. Jesus, perceiving that, withdrew from there. Great multitudes followed him, and he healed them all, and commanded them that they should not make him known, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken through Isaiah the prophet, saying, "Behold my servant,
Whom I have chosen.
my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased.
I will put my spirit on him.
He will proclaim justice to the nations. He will not strive nor shout, neither will anyone hear his voice in the streets. He won't break a bruised reed. He won't quench a smoking flax until he leads justice to victory. In his name the nations will hope."
And is Lord of the Sabbath.
Lord of the Sabbath.
Behold my servant whom I have chosen.
My beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased.
In his name
The nations will hope.
Lord of the Sabbath.
Yeah. Then one possessed by a demon, blind and mute, was brought to him, and he healed him, so that the blind and mute man both spoke and saw. All the multitudes were amazed and said, "Can this be the Son of David?" But when the Pharisees heard it, they said, "This man does not cast out demons, except by Beelzebul, the prince of the demons." Knowing their thoughts, Jesus said to them, "Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself will not stand. If Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then will his kingdom stand? If I by Beelzebul cast out demons, by whom do your children cast them out?
Therefore they will be your judges.
But if I by the Spirit of God cast out demons, then God's kingdom has
Come upon him.
Or how can one enter into the house of the strong man and plunder his goods, unless he first bind the strong man? Then he will plunder his house.
For the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath.
Behold my servant.
Servant whom I have chosen.
In his name the nations will hope.
Lord of the Sabbath.
The Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath. The teaching continues. Hear his words. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He who is not with me is against me, and he who doesn't gather with me scatters. Therefore I tell you, every sin and blasphemy will be forgiven men, but the blasphemy against the Spirit will not be forgiven men. Whoever speaks a word against the Son of Man, it will be forgiven him. But whoever speaks against the Holy Spirit, it will not be forgiven him, either in this age or in that which is to come. Either make the tree good and its fruit good, or make the tree corrupt and its fruit corrupt. For the tree is known by its fruit, you offspring of vipers. How can you be an evil speak good things? For out of the abundance of the heart the mouth speaks. The good man out of his good treasure brings out good things, and the evil man out of his evil treasure brings out evil things. I tell you that every idle word that men speak, they will give account of it in the day of judgment. For by your word you will be justified, and by your word you will be condemned.
For the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath.
Lord
of the Sabbath.
Behold my servant, whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased. In his name
The nations will hope.
Lord.
Lord of the Sabbath.
Then certain of the scribes and Pharisees answered, Teacher, we want to see a sign from you. But he answered them, An evil and adulterous generation seeks after a sign, but no sign will be given to it but the sign of Jonah the prophet. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of the huge fish, so will the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. The men of Nineveh will stand up in the judgment with this generation and will condemn it, for they repented at the preaching of Jonah. And behold, someone greater than Jonah is here. The queen of the south will rise up in the judgment with this generation and will condemn it, for she came from the ends of the earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon. And behold, someone greater than Solomon is here.
For the Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath. Lord of the Sabbath.
Behold my servant, whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased. In his name
The nations will hope.
Lord. When an unclean spirit has gone out of a man, he passes through waterless places seeking rest and doesn't find it. Then he says, I will return into my house from which I came. And when he has come back, he finds it empty, swept, and put in order. Then he goes and takes with himself 7 other spirits more evil than he is, and they enter in and dwell there. The last state of that man becomes worse than the first. Even so, will it be also to this evil generation. While he was yet speaking to the multitudes, behold, his mother and his brothers
Stood outside.
seeking to speak to him. One said to him, Behold your mother and your brothers
Stand outside.
seeking to speak to you. But he answered him who spoke to him, Who is my mother? Who are my brothers? He stretched out his hand toward his disciples and said,
Behold my mother.
And my brothers, for whoever does the will of my Father who is in heaven, he is my brother and sister and mother.
The Son of Man is Lord of the Sabbath. Lord of the Sabbath.
Behold my servant, whom I have chosen, my beloved, in whom my soul is well pleased. In his name,
The nations will hope.
Lord.
Lord of the Sabbath.
Lord of the Sabbath,
The nations will hope.
Lord.
Lord of the Sabbath.
On that day, Jesus went out of the house and sat by the seaside. Great multitudes gathered to him, so that he entered into a boat and sat. And all the multitudes stood on the beach. Yeah, he spoke to them many things in parables, saying, Behold, a farmer went out to sow. As he sowed, some seeds fell by the roadside, and the birds came and devoured them. Others fell on rocky ground where they didn't have much soil, and immediately they sprang up because they had no depth of earth. When the sun had arisen, they were scorched because they had no root, they withered away. Others fell among thorns, the thorns grew up and choked them. Others fell on good soil and yielded fruit, some 100 times as much,
some 60 and some 30.
He who has ears to hear, let him hear.
He who has ears to hear,
let him hear.
He who has ears to hear,
Let him hear. The kingdom of heaven
is at hand.
Oh, he who has
Ears
to hear.
let him hear.
The disciples came and said to him, why do you speak to them in parables? He answered them, to you it is given to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but it is not given to them. For whoever has to him will be given, and he will have abundance. But whoever doesn't have, from him will be taken away even that which he has. Therefore I speak to them in parables, because seeing they don't see, and hearing they don't hear, neither do they understand. In them the prophecy of Isaiah is fulfilled, which says, by hearing you will hear and will and know.
No way understand,
Seeing you will see and will and know.
no way perceive.
For this people's heart is grown callous, their ears are dull of hearing, and they have closed their eyes. Or else perhaps they might perceive with their eyes, hear with their ears, understand with their heart, and would turn again, and I would heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For most certainly I tell you that many prophets and righteous men desired to see the things which you see, and didn't see them, and to hear the things which you hear, and didn't hear them.
He who has ears to hear,
Let him hear. Hey,
he who has ears to hear.
let him hear. Hey.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand.
And he who has ears,
Let him hear.
hear then the parable of the farmer. When anyone hears the word of the kingdom and doesn't understand it, the evil one comes and snatches away that which has been sown in his heart. This is what was sown by the roadside, what was sown on the rocky places. This is he who hears the word and immediately with joy receives it. Yet he has no root in himself, but endures for a while. When oppression or persecution arises because of the word, immediately he stumbles. What was sown among the thorns, this is he who hears the word. But the cares of this age and the deceitfulness of riches choke the word, and he becomes unfruitful. What was sown on the good ground, this is he who hears the word and understands it, who most certainly bears fruit and produces
Some 100 times as much,
some 60 and some 30. He said another parable before them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. But while people slept, his enemy came and sowed darnel weeds also among the wheat, and went away. But when the blade sprang up and produced grain, then the darnel weeds appeared also. The servants of the householder came and said to him, sir, didn't you sow good seed in your field? Where did these darnel weeds come from? He said to them, an enemy has done this. The servants asked him, do you want us to go and gather them up? But he said, no. Lest perhaps while you gather up the darnel weeds, you root up the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. And in the harvest time I will tell the reapers, first gather up the darnel weeds and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn.
he who has ears to hear,
Let him hear.
he who has ears to hear.
The kingdom of heaven is like.
He who has ears to hear,
Let him hear. The parables continue by the seaside.
he who has ears to hear, let him hear.
Yeah. Ha. He said another parable before them, saying the kingdom of heaven is like a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is smaller than all seeds. But when it is grown, it is greater than the herbs and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and lodge in its branches. He spoke another parable to them. The kingdom of heaven is like yeast, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal until it was all leavened. Jesus spoke all these things in parables to the multitudes, and without a parable he didn't speak to them, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken through the prophet, saying, I will open my mouth in parables, I will utter things hidden from the foundation of the world.
He who has ears to hear, let him hear.
Oh,
He who has ears to hear, let him hear.
the kingdom of heaven is at hand.
He who has ears to hear,
Let him hear. Then Jesus sent the multitudes away and went into the house. His disciples came to him saying, explain to us the parable of the darnel weeds of the field. He answered them, he who sows the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world. The good seeds are the children of the kingdom, and the darnel weeds are the children of the evil one. The enemy who sowed them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age, and the reapers are angels. As therefore the darnel weeds are gathered up and burned with fire, so will it be at the end of this age. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will gather out of his kingdom all things that cause stumbling and those who do iniquity, and will cast them into the furnace of fire. There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then the righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of their Father. He who has ears to hear,
he who has ears to hear,
Yeah.
let him hear.
Again, the kingdom of heaven is like treasure hidden in the field, which a man found and hid in his joy. He goes and sells all that he has and buys that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a man who is a merchant seeking fine pearls, who haven't found one pearl of great price. He went and sold all that he had and bought it. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a dragnet that was cast into the sea and gathered some fish of every kind, which when it was filled, fishermen drew up on the beach. They sat down and gathered the good into containers, but the bad they threw away. Hey!
He who has ears to hear, let him hear.
Hey!
He who has ears to hear, let him hear.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand.
He who has ears to hear,
Let him hear. So it will be in the end of the world. The angels will come and separate the wicked from among the righteous, and will cast them into the furnace of fire. There will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Jesus said to them, have you understood all these things? They answered him, yes, Lord. He said to them, therefore every scribe who has been made a disciple in the kingdom of heaven is like a man who is a householder, who brings out of his treasure new and old things. When Jesus had finished these parables, he departed from there. Coming into his own country, he taught them in their synagogue, so that they were astonished and said, where did this man get this wisdom and these mighty works? Isn't this the carpenter's son? Isn't his mother called Mary? And his brothers James, Jose, Simon, and Judas? Aren't all of his sisters with us? Where then did this man get all of these things? They were offended by him. But Jesus said to them, a prophet is not without honor, except in his own country and in his own house. He didn't do many mighty works there because of their unbelief.
he who has ears to hear, let him hear. He who has ears to hear, let him hear.
The kingdom of heaven is at hand.
He who has ears to hear,
Let him hear.
he who has ears to hear, let him hear.
The kingdom of heaven.
He who has ears to hear,
Let him hear. The ruler heard a name on the wind. a voice he thought was dead and gone. But the rumor stirred his guilty mind, and the past came knocking on his throne. Yeah. At that time, Herod the Tetrarch heard the report concerning Jesus and said to his servants, "This is John the Baptizer. He is risen from the dead. That is why these powers work in him." For Herod had arrested John, bound him and put him in prison for the sake of Herodias, his brother Philip's wife. For John said to him, "It is not lawful for you to have her," when he would have put him to death. He feared the multitude because they counted him as a prophet. A birthday feast, a dancing girl, a foolish oath the king had hurled, a platter brought a holy head, and a prophet's voice on a table laid. But when Herod's birthday came, the daughter of Herodias danced among them and pleased Herod. Therefore he promised with an oath to give her whatever she should ask. She, being prompted by her mother, said, "Give me here on a platter the head of John the Baptizer." The king was grieved, but for the sake of his oaths and of those who sat at the table with him, he commanded it to be given, and he sent and beheaded John in the prison. His head was brought on a platter and given to the young lady, and she brought it to her mother. His disciples came, took the body and buried it. Then they went and told Jesus. He had compassion on them. He had compassion on them. The hands that broke the loaves and the fish. He had compassion on them. He had compassion on them. Yeah. He sought a place to be alone, but the crowd would follow stone to stone. That hunger walking on the sand, behind the sorrow in his hand. Yeah. Now when Jesus heard this, he withdrew from there in the boat to a deserted place apart. When the multitudes heard it, they followed him on foot from the cities. Jesus went out and he saw a great multitude. He had compassion on them and healed their sick. When evening had come, his disciples came to him, saying, "This place is deserted and the hour's already late. Send the multitudes away that they may go into the villages and buy themselves food." But Jesus said to them, "They don't need to go away. You give them something to eat." They told him, "We only have here 5 loaves and 2 fish." He said, "Bring them here to me." He commanded the multitudes to sit down on the grass, and he took the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, and looking up to heaven he blessed, broke and gave the loaves to the disciples, and the disciples gave to the multitudes. They all ate and were filled. They took up 12 baskets full of that which remained left over from the broken pieces. Those who ate were about 5,000 men, in addition to women and children. He had compassion on them. He had compassion on them. The hands that broke the loaves and the fish. Oh, he had compassion on them. He had compassion on them. He had loaves and the fish. He had compassion on them. He had compassion on them. The hands that broke the loaves and the fish. He had compassion on them. The boat pulled out across the dock. The wind came up, the waves grew sharp, and the mountain held him on his knees, while the men below were on the sea. Immediately Jesus made the disciples get into the boat and go ahead of him to the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. After he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into the mountain by himself to pray. When evening had come, he was there alone, but the boat was now in the middle of the sea, distressed by the waves, for the wind was contrary. In the 4th watch of the night, Jesus came to them walking on the sea. When the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, "It's a ghost," and they cried out for fear. He had compassion on them. A voice across the rolling deep, a peace that broke the storm to sleep, and a fisherman who dared to try the same impossible water sky. But immediately Jesus spoke to them saying, cheer up, it is I, don't be afraid. Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the waters. He said, come. Peter stepped down from the boat and walked on the waters to come to Jesus. But when he saw that the wind was strong, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried out saying,
Lord, save me.
The hand reached down before he drowned. The doubt was met without a sound. The wind grew still, the waves lay flat, and the boat received the men back. Immediately Jesus stretched out his hands, hold of him, and said to him, you of little faith, why did you doubt? When they got up into the boat, the wind ceased. Those who were in the boat came and worshipped him, saying,
You are truly the Son of God.
when they had crossed over, they came to the land of Gennesaret. When the people of that place recognized him, they sent into all that surrounding region and brought to him all who were sick. And they begged him that they might just touch the fringe of his garment. As many as touched it were made whole.
He had compassion on them.
He had compassion on them.
That broke the loaves and the fish. He had compassion on them.
He had compassion on them.
He had compassion on them.
Oh, oh.
He had compassion on them.
He had compassion on them.
And that broke the loaves and the fish.
He had compassion on them. The travelers came from the holy hill with a quarrel in their hand about the washing and the rule that a man should understand. Yeah. 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 Then Pharisees and scribes came to Jesus from Jerusalem saying, why do your disciples disobey the tradition of the elders, for they don't wash their hands when they eat bread? He answered them, why do you also disobey the commandment of God? Because of your tradition, for God commanded, honor your father and your mother, and he who speaks evil of father or mother, let him be put to death. But you say, whoever may tell his father or his mother whatever help you might otherwise have gotten from me is a gift devoted to God, he shall not honor his father or mother. You have made the commandment of God void because of your tradition.
Out of the heart. Out of the heart.
The things which proceed from the mouth
Come out of the heart.
out of the heart,
Out of the heart.
out of the heart. Yeah. The lip can sing what the heart denies. The mouth can pray with closed up eyes. But the prophet knew the empty sound of a worship with no deeper ground. You hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you saying, these people draw near to me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me, and they worship me in vain, teaching as doctrine rules made by men. He summoned the multitude and said to them, hear and understand, that which enters into the mouth doesn't defile the man, but that which proceeds out of the mouth, this defiles the man. Out of the heart,
Out of the heart.
out of the heart,
Out of the heart.
the things which proceed from the mouth,
Come out of the heart.
out of the heart,
Out of the heart.
out of the heart. The disciples whispered low and slow. The teachers took offense, you know. But the planted things the Father didn't sow will not stand when the wind starts to blow. Then the disciples came and said to him, do you know that the Pharisees were offended when they heard the saying? But he answered, every plant which my heavenly Father didn't plant will be uprooted. Leave them alone, they are blind guides of the blind. If the blind guide the blind, both will fall into a pit. Peter answered him, explain the hearts. Murders, adultery, sexual sins, theft, false testimony, and blasphemies. These are the things which defile the man. But to eat with unwashed hands doesn't defile the man. Out of the heart, the things which proceed from the mouth. Out of the heart, out of the heart, out of the heart, the things which proceed from the mouth. Out of the heart, out of the heart, out of the heart. He left the city for the borderlands, where the foreign people raised their hands. And the mother came with a desperate cry, asking mercy from a stranger passing by. Jesus went out from there and withdrew into the region of Tyre and Sidon. Behold, a Canaanite woman came out from those borders and cried, saying, "Have mercy on me, Lord, you son of David. My daughter is severely possessed by a demon." But he answered her not a word. His disciples came and begged him, saying, "Send her away, for she cries after us."
But he answered,
I wasn't sent to anyone but the lost sheep of the house of Israel. But she came and worshipped him, saying, "Lord, help me." But he answered, "It is not appropriate to take the children's bread and throw it to the dogs."
out of the heart, out of the heart,
The things which proceed from the mouth come out of the heart.
out of the heart,
Out of the heart. She would not leave, she would not bend. She found the answer in his defense. "Yes, Lord," she said, and her words turned wise, and the door swung open in her replies. But she said, "Yes, Lord, but even the dogs eat the crumbs which fall from their master's table." Then Jesus answered her, "Woman, great is your faith. Be it done to you even as you desire." And her daughter was healed from that hour.
Jesus departed from there,
And came near to the Sea of Galilee, and he went up on the mountain and sat there. Great multitudes came to him, having with them the lame, blind, mute, maimed, and many others, and they put him down at his feet. He healed them, so that the multitude wondered when they saw the mute speaking, the injured healed, the lame walking, and the blind seeing, and they glorified the God of Israel.
out of the heart,
Out of the heart,
out of the heart,
the things which proceed from the mouth come out of the heart.
out of the heart,
Out of the heart. 3 days the crowd had stayed and stayed. The food was gone, but the hunger weighed, and the same compassion rose again for the empty stomachs of weary men. Jesus summoned his disciples and said, "I have compassion on the multitude, because they have continued with me now 3 days and have nothing to eat. I don't want to send them away fasting, or they might faint on the way." The disciples said to him, "Where could we get so many loaves in a deserted place as to satisfy so great a multitude?" Jesus said to them, "How many loaves do you have?" They said, "7 and a few small fish." He commanded the multitude to sit down on the ground, and he took the 7 loaves